Hey there, welcome back to my channel. It's Obi. If you're new to my channel or visit me for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to show you how I frequently clean my Wayfair sectional. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So as I mentioned before, my interior design style is Afro-Japandi and my sectional very much aligns with that. So Afro-Japandi is just a term that I have come up with. I am Nigerian, so of course I'm going to want to bring in elements of my culture into my space. And I really love the Japandi style, which is a mix of Japanese kind of wabi-sabi and Scandinavian. So Afro-Japandi it is. And my sectional is definitely one that aligns with that style. It is a light color and it also has textures because it is a ribbed sectional as well. And so it's very important that I keep it clean. So I try to clean it as frequently as possible, but generally I clean it once every 3 months. So a home and things in your home are meant to be utilized and, as I like to say, lived in. So of course, like any sectional, you're going to have particles and things that often fall on your sectional. So I like to clean mine to make sure that any particles, stains, or dirt is obviously frequently uplifted. One of the main things that tends to leave a mark on my sectional are hairpins that I usually take at the end of a workday. And yes, it will leave some sort of imprint on my sectional, which is really strange, but that's something I've noticed. These days, I have tried to be careful. So let's kick things off with step one. First step in the process is that you're going to want to clean your sectional. I like to go in with a handheld vac and really get into the sectional grooves. My sectional has this ribbed texture to it that I absolutely love. It adds a lot of character and texture to the space, which is really important in my Afro-Japandi style. So my sectional is very much aligned with the textures and sort of the lighter, airy feel of Afro-Japandi. So again, first step is to give it a good vacuuming. Make sure you're getting into the crevices, the corners. If you have some sort of a rib texture like I do, make sure you're vacuuming up and down and also across. Vacuum it. Remove any dirt or grimes and particles that you can see, and oftentimes the ones that you can't see because they're pretty small. It also helps to lift up any dust particles as well before you get into the more extensive wet vac process of cleaning a similar sectional like I have. And go over those areas several times. After you finish giving your sectional a good vacuum in, you're going to want to move on to step two. Step two in the process is to use a stain stick. So again, if you have a light colored sectional like I do, a stain stick is going to play a very crucial role in helping you to lift those stains faster and easier. So I like to use this stain stick, and what I like to do is make sure to get it rubbed very well over the stains. Sometimes you need a little bit of elbow or wrist grease, as they like to say. Make sure that you're working that product in. Once you've gotten your stain stick rubbed over the areas where you're noticing some stains or discoloration, you want to let that sit on the stain for about 5 to 10 minutes. I did not experience any discoloration with the stain stick, but I would say a good 5 to 10 minutes is absolutely fine. And then you can go on to step three. So step three is going to be wet vacuuming your sectional. Now I love this wet vac from Bissell, and I specifically bought it to clean my sectionals, and I don't tend to use it anywhere else. So you're gonna wanna go in and make sure that you're spraying the solution on the areas that you need to. You don't necessarily have to oversaturate any of the areas. Just make sure that if you want to lift any dirt or grime from that area, you give it a light spray depending on the area, or a more saturated spray if you have more lifting that you wanna do. And so once you do that, and if you want to just give the solution a little bit of time to work its way into the fabric, give it about 2 to 5 minutes. Otherwise, you can start to scrub away. If you have a very highly stained area, just use a little bit of elbow grease, as I like to say. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and finding value in the video, consider joining the community by subscribing. Give the video a thumbs up and hit your notification bell so you're up to date when I post new videos like this one. Now be sure that you're getting the corners and again crevices of your sectional. If you can pull any part of it up and lay it flat and really give it a good scrub, do so. If you can lift any folds and get in there and give those areas a scrub, do so. Now, don't forget to make sure that you're scrubbing the area where you rest your head when you are cleaning your sectional. Those areas equally need to be scrubbed and cleaned as well. So as you go along and clean each section of your sectional, it's very important that you suction out the solution from your sectional. You don't want that to sit. So use a little bit of elbow strength to suction out any of that solution. Keep going over that area until you barely see any liquid or solution being sucked back into the machine. You can definitely check the areas of your machine to see how much liquid is being pulled into sort of that dirty area of your Bissell wet vac, and you will be able to tell if you're doing it right. Continue to again go over that space until you barely see anything being sucked into the wet vac. And then you should know that you've done a really good job with that area. Now be sure that you're getting the corners and again crevices of your sectional. If you can pull any part of it up and lay it flat and really give it a good scrub, do so. If you can lift any folds and get in there and give those areas a scrub, do so. It's very important that you suction out the solution from your sectional. You don't want that to sit. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and finding value in the video, consider joining the community by subscribing. Give the video a thumbs up and hit your notification bell so you're up to date when I post new videos like this one. I would highly recommend that you are cleaning your sectional on a day where it's very breezy, not cold, but breezy so air can flow in from the windows, and or hot. But I would not recommend you cleaning your sectional, especially cloth like this, on a very damp or dank day, because in my experience, it doesn't really help to dry the sectional faster. So after you have finished scrubbing all of the areas of your sectional, making sure that it's clean, that you have suctioned as much of the liquid solution that you put on the sectional to clean it, then it is time to let the sectional dry. But if you left it damp, it's going to take longer. If you have a fan, crank it up, even if it's not directly above your sectional, it's more like adjacent, like in a side room or something. Crank it up is going to help airflow and open up any windows that you can possibly open up. It will also bring air into the space and also help with the drying process. I'm lucky because I have very high ceilings and I have a fan just literally above my sectional. So I crank up my fan and I also open as many windows as possible to let air flow in. So now that I'm done, this is what my sectional is looking like. It tends to take on a darker beige hue, but as it dries, it definitely lightens back up as well. So here is my sectional about, I would say 60 to 75% dry. And here is the sectional pretty much dried. So that is it for this video. As you saw, it was 3 easy steps. Of course, it takes some time to clean a sectional depending on the size of your sectional. But I hope you found this video useful. Now, if you have any questions for me, you know what to do. Drop those down in the comment section below. Everything that I use to clean my sectional will be linked in the description box below and also on my Amazon storefront. So I want to thank you so much for watching. And finally, if you haven't already, consider joining the community by subscribing to the channel. Of course, give the video a thumbs up and hit your notification bell. Make sure it's at all so you don't miss any videos when I post new ones like this one. Okay, thanks again for watching and I will see you on the next video.